Macmillan Audio presents Bellwether, mostly sunny with a chance of scattered hissy fits, by Celia Rivenbark, read for you by the author. Part 1, On the House. Chapter 1, I love you, you're perfect, now change. For weeks, we told the real estate agent that we were just batshit crazy about contemporary homes. Hubby and I drooled over the cheap, sleek Scandinavian crap in the IKEA catalog. I imagined wearing all black or all white outfits and hosting pristine dinner parties where everyone had a white plate with a single perfect olive on it, and nothing else. Our guests would laugh in a throaty, cultured, contemporary way as they pondered the origin of this perfect olive. Modern. Get it, Ms. Real Estate Agent with the Lexus SUV? No colonials, no Tudors, not so much as a 50s ranch house for us. We wanted the kind of cool cat, minimalist style you don't see much in small southern towns unless it belongs to the snooty art professor at the local college and his life partner. We weren't a gay couple, obviously, but we sure were house shopping like one. So my 40-something agent slipped on her Ferragamos, fussed with her helmet hair in the mirror, tugged on her imitation St. John knit suit, and set her mind to finding us, the Southern freaks, the modern house of our dreams. She did a tremendous job, except for the time she apparently drank too much Robitussin and drove us to a split-level Brady Bunch house that made us gag and whine. "This ain't contemporary at all," I chided her. Hiccup. One day, deep into the 4th month of house hunting, she drove us to a new development of contemporary homes, and we oohed and awed over the white walls and steely, solemn nature. The living room in the model home was straight off the cover of the Crate and Barrel catalog. You know the one, white couch, black fuzzy pillows, and that single perfect hot pink zinnia, providing the only color in the room. It's so tasteful it makes you want to throw up. "Well," real estate lady said, sweeping her arms grandly, "what do you think? Is this the one?" "It is, isn't it? I just know it. It's the one." "Well, sorta," hubby said. "Not so much," I said. Real estate lady tried mightily not to show the disappointment she was feeling. She'd given us her best shot for 4 months, and it wasn't good enough. The next week, hubby and I got lost on a one-way street in an old section of town, and there, on this street that no one knew about, was the perfect house with a sign in the yard. We called real estate lady and asked her to find out all she could about it. She was so excited that she drove over immediately to the perfect house. But when she pulled up, her face was ashen. "You okay?" I asked. "But this isn't even close to contemporary." "Oh, yeah, about that," I said. We stood on the sidewalk in front of the perfect house and realized that it was nothing like we had described. Instead, it was a 2-story federal-style house that was 90 years old and needed a ton of work. "Isn't it beautiful?" I asked. "Uh-huh," real estate lady managed. "But it's old, really old, and it looks as if it might need some work." "Don't worry," hubby crowed. "I can do a lot of the work myself." Well, not really. Hubby isn't what you'd call handy. The one time I asked him to hang a picture in our apartment, it took 12 hours and a 6-pack, and even then that picture was crookedy till the day we moved out. But we had house fever, and all that we could think about was moving in. There would be an offer, a counter-offer, and tons of inspections. Looking back on it, I'm fairly certain the inspector was on crack when he proclaimed our house had good bones. Perhaps he'd simply meant that he'd run into some while underneath the house. Perhaps the brittle, calcified remnants of whatever handyman had been sucked into the murk for whatever repair long before we were born. With the purchase of this old house, gone was the notion of the olive dinner party. This was more redneck Riviera, a home for oyster roast and third cousins passing out and sleeping in the yard. It was purely, deeply Southern, and we loved it. You could practically hear Olympia Dukakis imploring Sally Field to smack Shirley MacLaine across the face in the big backyard. It was steel magnolias and yayas rolled into one. And looking at the 2 enormous pecan trees in the yard, I couldn't believe I'd ever thought we could go modern. No, this was our house, and we would love it and care for it and raise our baby in it, and not even care when the basement filled with 6 feet of water during hurricanes, which it did. Friends who visited our new old house always said,
"Sample complete. Ready to continue?"